morning, everybody. Cindy Utter here with my artsy endeavors. Guess what time it is? It is time to do another chapter in my story. This chapter we are going to talk about one of the major emotions that comes with a chronic injury. And this is one of the very first emotions that you feel. It's denial. Flat out denial. This isn't happening. Why me? I'll get better. I'll get better. No worries, okay? So we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to talk about, where I'm at in the process. Remember, I'm only on chapter 5. There's a long way to go. I've been dealing with this for almost over 4 years now. So I got some paints here. I actually decided the other day that if I didn't have my paints out where I could see them, I wasn't using them. So I haven't used these in quite a while. These are Lucas, and this is an Artist Loft. I've got a deep yellow, I have a cobalt, and I have a turquoise. And I love these little guys. Aren't they cool? Squirrel! So you got me going. We're going to play with some colors, and we're just going to put down a background and see where it goes from here. But again, we're going to talk about denial. I don't know how many times during this process I have kept coming back to denial. It's not that bad. Maybe it's all in my head. It can't be that bad. Just to stop for a second, I haven't put any gesso or anything on this page, which I'm not worried about. I'm just going to play. So we're just going to add some color here and there. And this is how I start. This is how I start pretty much all of my pages, is just start putting down color. And something's wrong with I have a headset on which allows me to listen to music while I'm doing this. I actually found it yesterday. I was so excited. But right now it's cutting in and out, which sounds really weird. But anyways, so denial. If you have a chronic injury, I am sure this thought has crossed your mind at one point or another. It's not really that bad. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe if I get a little more exercise, or maybe if I walk some more, or maybe if I stretch every morning, it's just it's going to go away. Okay, those are all thoughts of denial. It can't be this bad. It really can't. I've got to be able to do something to make it better. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way when you end up with chronic pain. You try so hard. And this is also bargaining. It's not just the emotion of denial, but it's also bargaining. If I do this, this will happen. Or if I try this, maybe that'll happen. That's also part of the chronic pain process that you have to go through, is the bargaining with yourself. You try to make yourself look at things different so it'll be better. It won't be so bad. It won't hurt so much. Okay? Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. So it still hurts. It doesn't change it. It doesn't go away. The pain is still there. Okay? The doctors are still there. All of this is still happening. But you're still going to try to bargain with yourself. Okay? Alright, let me dry this up real quick and we'll be right back. Alright, this is pretty well dry, but before I go on, I want to do some more stenciling in the background. Alright, so, like I said, we're gonna talk about the denial and what comes along with it and all that nice, wonderful stuff today, but I also want to give you an idea where I'm at. At this point in the progress, I'm only a couple months in. We're talking basically November of 2012, okay? I have a long way to go in this journey. And let me tell you, the frustration level right now with the journey is just crazy. I am just so not enjoying this whole process. The workers' compensation insurance company will no longer speak to me because I have an attorney. Okay, so everything I do has to go through the attorney, which, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. That's what he's there for. But for example, just, you know, they want to give me a medication, let's say, you know, my gabapentin or whatever the case may be. They want to give it to me. Well, they'll deny it. I can't just call them. I have to call my attorney. My attorney has to call them, and then they get back to my attorney. Then he gets back to me. So it's just crazy. The whole process at this point is just starting to go nuts. And I can understand, totally understand why people give up. I get it. Some people just say to heck with it. I'm not going to deal with workers' comp. You know, I'll just do what I have to do, put it on my private insurance and be done with it. Okay, I totally get it. I understand. That is not what I did, however. Because in my mind and my opinion is the workers' compensation insurance company should be taking care of the injury that I received at work. And that's it in a nutshell. So we're at frustration. I'm worried about how am I going to pay my bills. All right. How? You know, yes, you get a workers' compensation. It was not how much I was making at my job, by no means at all. So how do I pay my bills? Let me see. Another issue I'm still having at this point is, why do I have to stay on top of everything? Whether it be the attorney, the workers' compensation board, the insurance company, the doctor's office, my absence plan at my job, all of it. It seems like I'm the one that has to make sure all the paperwork's in. If one place is supposed to send paperwork to another place, I have to call and make sure they did that. Because if they didn't, my benefits are going to stop, meaning my absence benefits, or, you know, I may not get paid, or, you know, a certain amount of time it has to be in by. If that doesn't happen, then same thing. A lot of it goes around the paycheck, okay? And just so you guys are aware, this is just a fabric washi tape that I've had for a long time, and I've just never used it, so I'm just going to put it on here today, just because I can. Haha! Alright, so frustration. I just want to get fixed. I want to go back to work. I had a complete schedule of audits that needed to be done. Right now, I feel guilty because my peer at work is taking over my turf plus his own, and that's a lot of work. We work together, but, you know, I was kind of feeling guilty. You know, here I am out in this extreme pain, yet he has to do all my work for me. And that's not right. I felt it wasn't right. I couldn't tell you what he felt. I have no idea, but I just didn't feel it was right on my part for him to have to do my job as well as his own. So I've spent literally the last 3 months in extreme pain trying to figure out, when are you going to fix me? When am I going to get fixed? I want this surgery. I want to get it done. Let's go. Let's get back to work. The frustration is just so there. And there's really nothing you can do about it. Okay? I finally get approved. I'm not sure if I told you this in the last video, so bear with me. I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but that's one of the outcomes of what I'm into now, the chronic pain, is my memory is nowhere near what it used to be. It's very difficult to remember things. But anyways, I finally was approved for my MRI, but now nobody knows where I'm supposed to go to get my MRI. Can you believe it? So I finally get the approval from the workers' comp insurance company, and they said, yeah, go ahead and get your MRI. Nobody knows where I can go to get it done that it will be paid for by workers' comp. Nice, huh? I also started physical therapy. Hang on, I gotta get my thoughts together on this page. What am I gonna do next? I want some white on here. I gotta calm this down a little bit. So I'm gonna take some white gesso. As soon as I find my gesso. Hold on, I gotta find my gesso. I'll be right back. Oh boy, I swear I'm losing my mind. I went and I put all of my paint onto one of my carts. I used to use it on the couch, but I'm finding out that when I go over to the couch, I can't do this style of art on the couch anymore, because what's happening is I have to lean forward, and I can't do that. I can't do that. It hurts. It hurts too much. So what I've done is I brought my cart over here, and I've got my paint on my cart now. Another thing I'm finding is if it's out of sight, out of mind, I don't use it. So, and that's where my gesso was. To make that long story short, that's where my gesso was. So anyways, I'm just putting some white on here. I know this is really chaotic, and that's okay. I'm going to allow it to be, because that's how I'm feeling right now with this whole process. It's just, it's crazy. Unless you've been through this, you have no idea. But again, I'm going to keep stressing it. Document, document, document. Get a lawyer. Get an attorney. So worth it. All right. So, like I said, the workers' comp insurance company will no longer speak to me. They also, just out of the blue, gave me a new representative, which, you know, that's fine and all, but at least they should let us know when I get a new representative, so we don't keep leaving messages. Meaning my attorney, we don't keep leaving messages back and forth with the old caseworker. I'm going to dry this up real quick. This is something I've told myself. I actually had my husband help me clean this off. It was nasty. That I'm going to start using more, which is my brayers. I have found that I actually like how they work on the page. I like the coating that it gives. It kind of gives like a, oh, I don't know how to explain it, like a rustic look. A little bit more white. That's way too much white. That's okay. Oops, can't do it that way. I kind of like it. It puts things to the back. It's pretty cool, huh? I'm not sure how much of it you can see. But see, it kind of gives it that like grungy, pushing things to the back look, which I like. I think that's cool. And the reason I'm putting some of this to the back is I've made these little, I was going to make those little monsters that I'm sure everybody sees going on. I was like, nah, I just wasn't in the mood. So I've got a bunch of these little guys cut out. Pardon me. And this is the only one I started making him a monster, so he's going to go right here. But I got all these little shapes cut out, and I thought, you know, this will work really good to play with and write on. So I'm going to set this aside for a second. Alright, and these are the ones that I had cut out. And what I want to do, just want to kind of tone them down a bit. Just a little bit. Let's use some of this paint here. Just a little bit. Get back here, you. Oh gosh, don't let me start singing out loud. Alright, I want some of the, hang on, I want some of this darker blue to kind of give it an edge. Alright, so where are we with the story? My story. It's not fun, let me tell you. Paperwork, 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 paperwork. Then we finally found out what company to get my MRI from, because there's only certain companies that the Workers' Compensation Board will pay to do the testing. So it's not like you can just go to any hospital or doctor and get your work done. It doesn't work that way. They have to pick and choose who they're going to send you to get the testing done. All right. So we finally figure that out. I like him. Isn't he funny? I'm going to use these on this spread. That's why I'm messing around with them. We finally find out which company I have to go to. Now it's just getting the paperwork to them. So I call up the company to schedule the MRI. They have no idea what I'm talking about because they don't have any paperwork. Here we go. More paperwork follow-up. Just, that's the way it goes. That's the way it happens. Let's see. I've got denial. So I try doing things that I know I should not, well, I deep down know I should not be doing, but you try it anyways. You know, I try to go for a walk, or I try to get back into my yoga, or, you know, just, you try to live your life normally, meaning your old normal, okay? And you try really hard, and unfortunately it doesn't work because you've got an injury. All right. So you keep trying. I kept trying to just be myself, and that just led to more pain, which led to more frustration, which led to more anger. Why? Why me? Why do I have to go through this crap? You know? A lot of anger. A lot of anger. And let me tell you, the anger comes out in your family. Your family is there through it all, and it's rough. It's very rough on them, as rough as it is on you. Okay, I am going to dry these up real quick. Then we're going to start getting them on our page, and we're going to start doing some journaling about all of this denial, about the anger, about what we're still doing, the paperwork, and all of it. It's all going to be journaled into this chapter. So let's dry these up and I'll be right back. Alright, so these are pretty dry. Now what I'm going to do is, this is a Uniball Posca, and I'm just going to go around the outsides of these just to give them a black outline. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do with these guys. Alright, so I'm looking at my notes here because, you know, like I said, this is such a long process that I want to share the highlights. I don't even want to say highlights. The journey with you. I want to share the journey with you, and I've taken a ton of notes on this journey, so, you know, like I said, we finally get the regular MRI approved, finally figure out where to go get it done, and nobody has paperwork. So what's it take? Me calling this company to call that company to send paperwork to this company so that that company can do can do my MRI, right? So I'm still looking at this MRI as, okay, let's go in, let's take a look, see what's in there, let's get it fixed, let's get this surgery scheduled, and you know, I've had back surgery before, so I knew what to expect. You know, I knew it was going to take me 6 months or so to heal enough to go back to work. And at this point, you know, I don't really have much contact with my employer. My manager didn't contact me unless the paperwork wasn't filed for my approval for my disability. Then I would hear from them, and they would tell me, you know, you got to get your paperwork in by the end of the month, blah, 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 or you're not going to get paid, da, 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 which I didn't get paid by the company anyways. I was paid by workers' comp. But anyways, I still, in order to keep my job, I had to make sure that the proper paperwork was put in. All right. So this is, like I said, this happened in August, and we're only in November of the same year. And, okay, now I don't like that point right there. See that? I'm going to make another one if I don't cut it all the way. That's better. Isn't that crazy? I just didn't, there's another one. See? I don't know if you can see what I'm, see the little point right here? Whoops, right there. Right there. Drove me nuts. Gone. Okay. Alright, let's figure out how we're going to arrange these on here. And we will definitely get them so they stand out more. I'm definitely going to have them. Yeah, I like them. I like them. Alright, so we're going to put them all right here. Now I still want that background to go back more. So I am going to get my brayer out again with some more white. And you know what? Let's see what other color we can add into here. Let's do a little bit paler yellow. Again, this my storybook is another place that I'm oh, I like that. That I'm learning to different techniques. I'm trying different things also, just to see. And you know, honestly, with all of my art, every time I pick up a book, a paintbrush, a journal, anything, I'm learning, and I love it. I just love this process. I like that yellow. Like it, like it, like it. Oops. Cool, I like that. Alright, let's see where they are now. That's a little better. You know what, he's going to go down here in the corner. Because he's my denial. This guy is my denial. Alright, I like that. Alright, let's get these put down. And, I gotta do something with this paint. I don't want to just wipe it away. Hang on. Hold on! That's what my granddaughter always says to me. Hold on, Grandma, hold on. So I'm holding on. This is just, I'm sure you've seen it before if you've watched me create. This is just an old book, Walt Disney's World of Natures, that I just put leftover paint in and play around in. I took every other page out and glued two together so it's thicker. And this is just where I throw some extra paint and stuff, so. Alright. Get a wipe. We're going to take this away. Good, it's gone. Alright, so we are going to get these stuck down and then we're going to do some journaling. Let me grab my glue and I'll be right back. Okay, the other day when I had to go run an errand, I went into Hobby Lobby and I found about 4 bottles of this. Sorry, Gina, it was on sale. It was on clearance. But who can't use glue, right? And this is a brush-on tacky glue from Aleene's. And I thought, you know, that's a great idea because, for example, this right here should work out really well on gluing these down. So if you happen to get to your local Hobby Lobby, which the only place I go in Hobby Lobby 90% of the time is a clearance aisle, I've actually figured it out, and pretty much 90% of my art room comes off the clearance aisle. So I can't see paying full price for stuff like that. That's just nuts. So I'm going to use this Aleene's tacky glue and put these down. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of recap what's going on here, and we're going to do some journaling on it. So, you know, the emotions from last month, or not last month, last chapter are still there. Frustration. Why? Why me? Why do I have to chase the paperwork? Nobody else is chasing the paperwork but me. Why do I have to do this and deal with the pain as well? It gets old. It gets old really fast, and you lose your whole sense of self-worth, I think is the way to put it. I mean, you get, and I'm not saying a pity. It's not like, oh, why is me? It's more of a, you know, why do I have to deal with this when all I want to do is get the surgery, get back to work, you know, heal up, get back to work and move on? You know, why such a mess? Why do I have to constantly chase the paperwork? Why do I have to make all the follow-up calls? I just don't get it. It seems like everywhere I turn during this process, it's fighting against me, right? So, in denial. It can't be that bad. I've got to be able to just do some more exercise or something. Maybe give it some rest. Maybe lay for a while. This sounds funny, and it's something that we still do today, is when I had my first back surgery done, what my husband would do, and it sounds funny, is he would actually, I would lay flat and he would pull my leg, and he pulls it out and it goes about 2 inches, and what it does is it gives space between those discs and those vertebrae, and he would hold it there for maybe 15 seconds and then very, very slowly release it. And when you do that, there are times that you can get your discs to go back in where they are supposed to be, okay? Actually, he has been doing that for me a lot lately because I've been having an enormous amount of pain recently, and it helps. I spent 4 days flat because I couldn't walk, and we started doing that, and now I'm doing, you know, a lot better. I can actually walk and move and sit and stand. So let me get my other pens together because I want to do some journaling on this, and we're going to finish up this chapter. So bear with me. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got some different pens out here. We're going to do some fun with this. So at this point, we're on chapter 5. Okay. This chapter is, I'm going to say denial, because like I said, that is one of the biggest things that's still going on in my head, is it can't be this bad. It really can't. So we're just going to do denial. How come that doesn't look right? It is what it is. If I spelled it wrong, that's alright. I'm not worried about it. Denial. Alright, so I'm saying this it can't be that bad. Let's go. Let's get it fixed. Alright. We have, let's see, we've started physical therapy. I'm still following all the paperwork and calls. I have to make an appointment to get injections in my back. This is all the steps that they like to stick you through when you have something like this. Is they want me to start physical therapy. They want me to get injections. Okay. And again, I may be repeating some of this, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. I don't want to use those pens. I need something thicker. You know what? I've got my... Hold on just a second. Alright, sorry about that. Had to take a call from my dad. Okay, denial, and I'm going to keep anger in here because I'm still upset, which... Why? Why are they not letting me get fixed so I can go back to work? Okay, so that's my denial and my anger. Physical therapy, need to get injections. It's still all about the paperwork. Paperwork. And following up. I'm constantly having to follow up on, did you send the paperwork in? Did you do it? I need it. It has to be there. If it's not there, I don't get paid. There's, I'm still in the worry. How am I going to pay my bills? Okay. You know, paycheck. When you're working for 23 years, you kind of start to expect that paycheck every week to come in. Actually, it was every 2 weeks, but you know, you get the gist. And this I'm going to put again, my own journaling in, same as I did on the last chapter, which I can show to you. Okay. And this is where I just did my own journaling. So I'm going to leave this block here for me to do my journaling in. And we're getting there. We are slowly getting there. This is just the beginning. So I want to add, that one's not quite stuck down all the way. I really like this glue. I like it. Here, let's stick you down there. So, if you're just starting this journey, you are going to go through these emotions. Denial is part of it. That's just the way it is. There's not much you can do about it. Just know that it's normal. It's normal to have to go through that denial. It's normal to be mad. It's okay. You can be mad. You have every right to. There's so many more emotions that you're going to be going through. I don't want to say get used to it, but expect it. I think that's a better way to put it. Expect those emotions. And you know, they will come and they will go. I'll take a day and I'll be fine, and then all of a sudden I will wake up in the morning and I am just so upset and so frustrated and so mad because all of this is happening still. So it's okay. It's okay to feel those emotions. It's okay. Let's see, what else can I add to this? I'm having fun playing with these. These are sparkle. They're sparkle gel crayons, watercolor gel crayons. And all you have to do is go onto Amazon and put in sparkle watercolor gel crayons. And they're only like 11 bucks. And they're just fun to play with. Fun, fun, fun. So, check it out. Anybody that's on this journey or going through this journey, I hope I'm helping you in any way I can. We're definitely going to end up getting into more and more of these emotions because they don't stop when things, you know, you start figuring out what's going on. And actually what you're going to find out is in my next chapter, I get my first clue. And I will tell you what that is in the next chapter and what I mean by clue. But for now, like I said, we're in the denial mode. We're going to try to be normal, which just causes more pain, which tells us we're not normal. Okay? So, as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Definitely give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, share. I would like to reach as many people as I can with this story, with my story, so that, you know, maybe I can help somebody else out there and they don't have to feel so alone. Because trust me, when everybody else is off and working and you're sitting at home, you know, supposedly trying to heal or get better, you feel very alone. Like, you know, everybody else is living their life and you're at a standstill. And it's very difficult when you're at that standstill to find the purpose in every day, to know that it's okay to wake up in the morning and play with art, to know that you are still worthy, you are still loved, you still have a purpose in this world. It's very difficult to find that. Very, very difficult to find that when you're put into this situation. And this is a situation that you didn't put yourself into. It's just, it's here, and what are you going to do about it? There's nothing you can do. You just have to learn that it's okay to feel those feelings that you're having. It's okay. You are a good person. You are worthy. You do have a purpose. It's going to take you a while to figure out what that purpose is, but you do have a purpose. So take that denial and anger, feel it. Don't let it consume you. It's okay to feel denial. No big deal. Give me a couple days of rest. I'll be fine. Let's get back to work. Let's do our thing. And then when you try to do the activity or the movement or the task, and you're like, oh, I can't do that. It's like a big slap in the face. And then you get pissed. Why? Why me? Why is this happening? And that's where the anger comes in. Okay? It's okay to feel those feelings. It's okay. It's normal. All right? All of this together is just another step in this journey of learning and living. All right? If you have any questions, please, please, please put them in the comments below. If you don't want to do them publicly, if you don't want to do them publicly, if you don't want to send me something publicly in the comments below, shoot me a private message on Facebook. I'll be glad to talk with you. I'll be glad to listen. Whatever the case may be, definitely get in touch with me, okay? As always, have fun, believe it or not. That's what life's all about. And at this point in my life, that's exactly what I live for, is to get up in the morning, come play in my art room, spend some time with my friends, and have fun. Because that is what life's about, all right? Be kind. And as always, happy creating. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.